Welcome viewers. Given the state of the Indian media today, it is difficult to cut through the Indian-America rhetoric from distance of 1,000 kilometers and get a rounded view of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States and his meeting with President Biden. So much has changed since Modi last visited America 2 years ago. India has changed, America has changed, and the world has changed. Modi himself has a makeover. This is not the boisterous politician we saw who electrified the Madison Square Garden or went to a victory lap with the Trump on Hudson. It has been sobering 2 years. India's economy crashed and it cannot be the magnet anymore for investor in Silicon Valley. Make in India. We trade away the current pitch for spot in the global supply chain is unconvincing. Indians have gone through an unprecedented scale of suffering through the pandemic. That emblematic image of Katsue corpse on the banks of Ganga tarnished in the Indian narrative. America too witnessed cataclysmic events that shook the very foundation of its democratic superstructure and exposed the deep crack it's in society and policy. There is extreme polarization. The trajectory of transition remains uncertain and might even return back to Trump by 2024 or someone of his league. Meanwhile, the world situation had transpired phenomenally. The overall trends accelerated thanks to the pandemic, principally China's rapid ascendance as superpower, America's decline as world hegemon, and the consequent shift in the world order. The unpopular movement has become footnote in the current history, and there is an extremely high degree of volatility in the international system due to the US reluctance to consider the incrossable shift in the global power dynamic. It is against such a dynamic backdrop that Modi's return to the US after an equivocal gap of 2 years need to be addressed. This has been a challenging visit for Modi. The most crucial aspect must have been the way Biden seized him up. Biden is far more experienced statesman than Modi, and his diplomatic track record is manifold. Modi's nearly half a century old. What made his occasion particularly challenging was that here there is no scope for hug diplomacy. Aside the photo ops, you could entrap the victim in a tight ring of bohemianic and mellow him somewhere before sitting down the hard talk. But coronavirus disallows what an huggery, which meant diplomacy had to be conducted in the traditional way. Patient listening, exchange of views, explanation and discussion, consensus making and so on. The spin doctors in the Indian establishment claim the Modi-Biden bilateral lasted for 90 minutes, which was, by the way, the exact duration of Biden's phone conversation with the Chinese President Xi Jinping on September 9th. But Biden is up at a point in his quote-unquote political career where he will roll up sleeves and get down to the nitty-gritty with the two world leaders. Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin, he might converse energy of such age 79. Modi possibly couldn't have had talking points to engage Biden's attention span for 90 minutes. There is hardly anything happening in the US-Indian relationship. Obrodash report, Fosak TV, USA.